Welcome back. It's Friday night, which means it's time to turn our attention to our New Yorker of the Week. Tonight, we honor a photographer who's teaching his art to New Yorkers with disabilities. Our very own John Shumo introduces us.
Look how interesting a shot that's going to be. I've always been passionate about photography, and I just wanted to share that with the folks that I work with.
16 years ago, Jim Interlicchio did just that. He started a photography club for the residents he serves as the activities coordinator for the Cerebral Palsy Association of New York State.
There aren't a lot of programs out there. As a matter of fact, there's only one vendor that makes that adaptive camera. So it's very frustrating. I work with folks that have a variety of abilities and disabilities, and it's my job to really make photography accessible to them.
But there's more going on behind the camera.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be a great photographer, which I am today. So I'm just going to put everything behind me and just take whatever picture comes to mind. And it's fun.
It does give them focus. It takes them away. It transports them for a little while when they're here. It's a self-esteem builder. There's teamwork involved.
After spending time out in the field, the photographers return to the edit suite where they critique each other's work.
Whoa.
All of them are eager to see the results.
Well, that picture that you see there, I took, I looked at myself on the camera, and I took a picture of myself, and that's how I got the picture. It's right.
Remember we were talking about like telephoto?
The picture has everything in it, but the cloud tells me something. Like it was like dark and it's like rainy, so I think I really like that picture.
I've learned as much, if not more, honestly, from them, and just from watching them work. They don't have any preconceived ideas about what is a good photograph. They just know, what they want, and they just go for it.
And so, for giving these aspiring photographers the opportunity to show us the world through their lens, Jim Interlicchio is our New Yorker of the Week. John Shumo, New York 1.
And joining me in the studio right now is our New Yorker of the Week, Jim Interlicchio, who's a little surprised to see all the great things they're saying about you.
Well, it's like an out-of-body experience, I guess. I share this though with the gentleman you see and the young lady you see on the piece. They're just really fantastic people to work with, they inspire me every time I work with them.
How did this all come about?
I really love photography, and I wanted to make it accessible for our folks, and I wanted to see, I just wanted to make it happen, and we started out with cardboard cameras and an adaptive camera that was a Polaroid camera that was kind of clunky, and now we're all digital. And we're digital. All the equipment we have now, is from donations. And in particular, one gentleman named Peter Ewish, who, if he's out there listening, thank you very much, man. Without his donations, our photo program wouldn't be the same. And it's great.
And it's hard to find cameras that you can use for this program, right?
Well, some of my folks use standard, traditional point-and-shoot digital cameras. Some of them use, adaptive cameras. And yeah, there aren't very many. There's actually only one company that I know of that makes an adaptive camera that my folks use.
And how does this lift the spirits when you do this? I see some of the pictures and I see the smiles on their faces.
Yeah, well, I get as much from them as they get from me, honestly. I look forward to Photo Club every time we have it, because they, as I said in the piece, they have no preconceived ideas about what like a great or good photograph should look like. They just go at it, and it's very inspiring. They're willing to take chances with their work. And I have some photographers that I'm working with that are actually working on a body of work. They're doing, I have a guy that comes in and he wants his photos to look like science fiction. And he says, how can I make this look like science fiction? And I have another gentleman who likes to take 5 or 6 pictures of something, and then sort of use Photoshop to make another creation with that. And the different approaches that they want to take, and it's you know, it inspires me to be a better photographer myself, and it inspires me to be a better teacher too. So, you know, that's why I share this with them.
And quickly, what's the biggest thing they've taught you?
Not to be afraid to take chances and taking my own pictures, and as much as I teach them to really look at what they're shooting at. I hear myself talking to them sometimes when I'm out doing my own photography. You know, just doing, so it's all good. It's really good stuff.
So you're teaching yourself while you're teaching them.
Yes, and they're teaching me too. I learn a lot. I learn a lot from them. They have fresh approaches to things. They do things. A lot of my folks will take a different approach to something that I wouldn't have thought of.
Okay.
So.
All right, Mr. Interlicchio, it's great to meet you.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
All right, it's great to have you here. For more information, go to facebook.com/Progressive Visions Photo Club. And if you know someone who'd make a good New Yorker of the Week, email us at nyer@ny1.com or send us a letter. Address it to NY1 News, New Yorker of the Week, 75 9th Avenue, 6th floor, New York, New York, 10011. That is all the time we have for tonight. I'm Rochelle Boone. Have a great night. And thank you for watching The Call.